Okay, welcome to Virtual SocialFuse. This session is being recorded and will be shared publicly in the future. Thank you so much for watching and for participating in tonight's event. I'm Stephanie Larson with the Technology Entrepreneur Center at the University of Illinois. Besides being virtual, this SocialFuse is a little different since tonight we are partnering with the University of Chicago. You will hear several ideas pitched from both universities, both University of Chicago and the University of Illinois. For those of you who have never attended a SocialFuse event before, this event is meant to help student entrepreneurs find teammates and form well-rounded teams. Here at the University of Illinois, we are headed into our finals week, so I'm hoping this is a fun study break for you. And I'm excited to stay even during these busy times. We have 15 pitches to hear tonight. So each person will pitch their idea, and they'll also let us know what skills that they need to add to their team. So as you're watching, you want to listen for ideas that you are excited about, and then also listen for the skills that you have to add to these teams. Then after the pitches, you have the opportunity to network through Google Meet, but I'll explain that later. Each person pitching has 2 minutes or less to pitch their idea to us, and we are timing, so if you go over that time limit and we ask you to stop, please do so. I also want to take a minute here to thank Innovation LLC and Founders for partnering with us on this, and also the whole planning team who's been great to work with and trying out new technologies and brainstorming new ideas during these difficult times. So thank you very much to our team. Before we hear our first pitch, I'd like to introduce David Cook, the president of Founders, to talk about their Startup Bootcamp program. David.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Stephanie. That's fantastic. So Founders is the student entrepreneurship organization on campus, and this fall we're going to be relaunching our Startup Bootcamp. Now, Bootcamp is an 8-week crash course that is designed to teach you everything you're going to need to know in order to start up. And what we'd like to do with Startup Bootcamp is provide a really strong platform for entrepreneurs on this campus to stand on when they go into competitions like the CoZed New Venture Challenge and apply for top accelerator programs like the iVenture Accelerator. This curriculum that we're launching for the fall has been designed by Founders, by Illinois faculty, key partners Enterprise Works. So we have a lot of different people involved with making this a huge success. And we think it's going to be a great prerequisite for fall events that happen on campus in the entrepreneurship space. It's going to go hand in hand with our flagship events like 54, where you start a startup as fast as you can over a weekend, as well as Forge, which is our more upper echelon startup competition where you can actually learn to leverage connections that you make in the community. So we're super excited to launch this, and I wanted to announce it here so that over the summer, you as a venture are thinking about all the ways that you could benefit from this program and all the things you could do to be best prepared for it. So we're super excited to launch it. We really hope that you'll give it a consideration when you come in the fall, and registration will begin then. So as of right now, keep working on the ventures, get past these finals, and we'll see you in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was great. Okay, we will move on to our first pitch with whey protein syrup.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sudarshan. I'm a 5th-year chemistry PhD student, and I'd like to tell you about my idea to hack the whey protein powder market. This is a multi-billion-dollar market that's expected to grow in the near future. And one of its popular product lines is whey protein powder used as a sports nutrition supplement. Many of you probably recognize the 5-pound drum of protein powder in the top right of the slide. Although these products are very popular, even among amateur fitness enthusiasts, there is a glaring opportunity to do better. Whey protein powder does not dissolve well. And that's why a lot of people buy and use these blender bottles shown in the left panel to dissolve the powder. That means that you have to have the blender bottle, the stainless steel blender ball, you have to scoop in the powder, shake it vigorously, and then when you're done, you have to clean it out soon thereafter, otherwise it'll grow bacteria and smell bad. I devised a technology that enables a liquid syrup form of whey protein. 1 gallon of this syrup would be equal to a 5-pound tub of whey protein powder. So you can imagine that consumers have at home a syrup pump, just like you find at Starbucks that baristas are using to flavor your drinks. and they depress the pump once, they dispense their protein powder into any beverage container of their choice, and they give it a light mix, and they're good to go. If this product comes to life, it will be much easier for the consumer to dispense their daily dose of whey protein. So for that reason, it may latch on to this lucrative and growing market. I'm a scientist, and I'm looking for some business savvy teammates to help me bring this idea to life. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, next we have Unlimited Pie.
Yes, hello. So my name is Peter. I am the creator of Unlimited Pie. Unlimited Pie is a game platform harnessing the prevalence of mobile technology to supplement meaningful social interaction. So what does that mean? Well, everyone has a smartphone in their pockets nowadays, and a big issue that I see whenever I go to friends' parties, or I have parents who work, so they go to corporate events. A lot of times you see large groups of people, and a lot of them don't engage with each other, or it's difficult for everyone to be engaged in the same thing for a long period of time. So if there's a way for people to play games or have fun together and be engaged with everyone, then you end up with a much better social environment for lots of people. So devising games that can do that are very important and very helpful for general social interaction. So currently we have some games in the works. Some of them are designed, some of them are not quite yet designed. So we're still in a very preliminary phase. But some games are in preliminary development, and those are the ones that we're trying to be beta testing soon. So, and some of them have been used and tested in certain prototypes that we've just been using around the college campus that I currently go to college at the University of Illinois. So, and they've gotten really good results. A lot of the people that have tried them out thought it was a lot of fun. And so I want to make it easier for other people to play that and give it a shot. So right now we're again looking for developers, we're looking for game designers, we're looking for other pitchers that might have other ideas for similar games along that guidelines for that platform. We're developing in C#, so if you have experience with that, then that would be really nice. Azure Tools, Office 365 team management. And again, specifically web app and UI developers are going to be great because again, we're going to be beta testing ideally pretty soon. So if you're interested, come talk to me, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Plan Site.
Can you change the slide?
There we go.
All right, awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Darren. I'm a PhD student in civil engineering, and I'm here to talk about my startup, which is called PlanSite. So PlanSite is a Unity-based, we're a construction software startup, but PlanSite is a Unity-based safety modeling and planning tool. And this past semester, we actually just entered the UC launch competition and we made the finals. So through that competition, we found really good product market fits. We've developed our minimum viable product, but we actually kind of need a little bit more talent if we actually want to start selling this thing. So we're looking for people that either want to learn or have experience with things like DRM, cloud databases, or mobile localization, because eventually we want to put our platform onto a mobile device. So the reason that we actually started doing this is I currently am a teacher. I teach students how to use Autodesk Revit, which is one of the leading 3D modeling platforms in construction. And it is a very frustrating task to teach college freshmen how to actually use the software over an entire semester. Now imagine you're trying to teach someone in the construction industry, which is so diverse without that education or without that time. There's a really big need for a simple software that works as easily as playing a game. So we're looking for more talent and developers. Our team is currently 3 U of I alums, 1 UC Berkeley alum that's now joining the PhD program, myself, and Alec, who is currently a consultant with West Monroe Partners and has built our entire minimum viable product in Unity so far. So we're looking for some help there. If you're interested, feel free to send me an email or join our room later on. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Darren. Next we have Nasadja.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaitanya Gulati, the founder of Nasadya. I'm from U of I. My teammate goes to U Chicago. So what we do at Nasadya, we both really passionate about energy, and we really want to make sure that sector is growing because we believe no matter what we do in the future, as humans, energy is going to be the backbone. Clean energy, sustainable systems are going to be the backbone for it. And that's why the first problem that we're trying to solve at Nasadya is that of excess capacity. So if you can see that duck curve here, Essentially, what that's trying to tell you is how the factory demand shifts during the day. And just looking at it, you can see it's very hard to match that kind of moving demand, which causes a lot of excess capacity. About 70% of energy we generate in America gets rejected. So essentially, that's the problem we're trying to solve. And what we're trying to do to solve it is we're building a machine which takes that excess electricity and converts it into hydrogen. So that's the simple idea. We convert a money losing byproduct into a money making co-product. So I'm an engineer. My teammate's a energy economics major who's also doing a policy at U Chicago. So what we're trying to look for are people, we're trying to look for people mainly. First thing is like you got to be passionate about energy. Second, if you're looking for experienced engineers in spaces like electrical, chemical, and mechanical engineering, people with PhDs are like, people who have building experience are the most lucrative people to get on our team right now. I'm also looking for people who understand compression, fuel storage, and energy storage essentially, and fuel cells. So we've developed a technology which has been validated by the National Academy of Engineering. We've gone through ICOR, and we're currently in the Future Founders Bootcamp, and we just participated in the College New Venture Challenge as well. So if you feel like you have a passion for energy and you want to create like a successful, of good world for the future, of good future in the space of energy, come talk to me. And if you think you have these, if you are good at this stuff, come talk to me as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Gulati. Next, we have Nick with My Tide.
Oh, there you go. Hi. So if you're interested to learn more of what it's like to be immersed in a startup, I want to tell you about My Tide. Now, My Tide has found past success in being an event discovery platform where all your different local events are in one app. Now we're taking the time to really pivot and see how else can we bring value to the community. And so through our customer discovery process with our 8-person team, we found that student organizations are really valuing communication as first and foremost. And so we are on track to design our first version of an all-in-one group messaging app. And so with this in mind, who we're looking for are UX designers, researchers, and senior engineers. Because if you are interested in being immersed in what it's like to build a startup, of seeing that entire process from beginning to end of building that product, this is the place of where you can really learn from our team. And we would love to talk with you, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nick. Next, we have Mutual Aid.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mel Sawyer, co-founder and CEO of Mutual Aid, and these are difficult times for everyone, especially the most vulnerable. Seeing how difficult these times are, my team and I decided to build a platform, Mutual Aid, to make life easier for the most vulnerable in our community. The Mutual Aid platform is based on a simple concept: distributing resources to at-risk individuals and those in need from volunteers and organizations in the community as smoothly as possible. We believe at Mutual Aid that a stronger, connected community that help each other and the most vulnerable within them strive in the face of animosity and adversity, those who don't suffer. Mutual Aid aims to connect these communities through a P2P platform where those in need at risk can request a set amount of resources like PPE, cleaning supplies, and disinfectant equipment directly from local volunteers and nonprofit organizations. Our mission is modest: connect those in need with those who can help. And currently, we're trying to schedule an MVP to release PPE masks. So we're looking for volunteers interested in helping out the communities. And we're also looking for mentorship in the social enterprise and nonprofit space. And if you're just interested in talking about social activism or have any comments, feel free to join the chat. Thank you very much for letting me pitch.
Sure. Thank you, Ellis. Next, we have Midway IT.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tariq Al-Gamal, and I'm the founder of Midway It, the company that helps people buy and sell used stuff. So many of you have probably used platforms like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist to buy and sell used stuff. And we've talked with many people about their experience with such platforms. And it turns out that many people hate the person-to-person communication aspect in it. So for example, when a buyer gets contacted, when the seller gets contacted by a buyer, they continuously worry about should we meet in a public place? Is it safe to share my address or phone number with the other person? When will be a good time for both of us to meet? And most of the time when they meet, it ends up in some sort of an awkward conversation. So we would like all that to go away. Our solution is let's midway it. So the seller will come and put the item in one of our smart lockers. The buyer will come at their own time, swipe their phone to open the lockers and purchase the item. So it's completely hassle-free, no need to worry about where or who or when are you meeting. We are building our first MVP. It's gonna be released around October, and please reach out to me if you wanna be among the first to try it. We have some locations in mind in the Urbana-Champaign area, but would love to hear your suggestions if you think there are places who might be interested in housing these lockers, whether in Urbana-Champaign or in Chicago. And we are looking to add teammates. We are more software engineering people, so we're looking to add people with more diverse background in sales, marketing, or finance, or any other major, but with the passion and interest in the idea. So I would love to speak to you in the breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you, Tarek. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Brenna Conway, the director of the New City Scholars Program in the Granger College of Engineering.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brenna Conway. I'm the director of the City Scholars Program and also the Startup City Scholars Program. In this program, if you are a Granger College of Engineering undergraduate student, you can spend a semester in Chicago working on your startup. So whether you're listening today or pitching, this might be an opportunity for you. Imagine using everything that Chicago has to offer to grow your company, including meeting accelerators there, introductions to VCs, and just everything that we have in Chicago. A couple basics of the programs. You will be a full-time student taking classes from Urbana. This takes place during the spring semester, so we're talking spring 2021 is going to be the next time. But you'll work on your startup and you'll receive a scholarship. And the most important part of the program, and the reason we're doing this tonight, is because we want Illinois students from Urbana to connect with University of Chicago students, share your ideas, work together on teams, and grow really cool companies. So as the cornerstone of this program, you'll participate in the College New Venture Challenge, which is an undergraduate model of a similar program run at Booth, Chicago's business school. It's an entrepreneurship program. It's for class credit, so you'll get credit for working on your startup. And it culminates in a competition, which this year had the potential to give out up to $100,000 in prizes. So one thing you should know is there are funding and prizes available specifically for students on mixed teams. That means students from Illinois working together with University of Chicago students. So we want you to meet each other, maybe form some teams, work over the summer. Lucas Peralta from the University of Chicago and I will both be in the chat room. So meet us there to learn how to stay engaged this summer, prep for a really great application in the fall. If you're pitching tonight and can't do that, just visit the link that we're displaying here. Thanks.
Thank you, Brenna. And like Brenna said, they will be available during the networking portion after pitches tonight to answer any questions that you might have for them. Thank you. Okay, next we have Karma Trade.
It takes 22 and a half bathtubs full of fresh water to create one pair of jeans. This water goes to growing the cotton, turning the cotton into fabric, and dyeing the fabric. This water pollutes the rivers, poisoning the ecosystems, kills animals, plants, and really harms the people living there for generations to come. Every single year, we create 80 billion new items, which generates 250 million tons of textile waste. This is a typical linear economy where you consume, then you dispose. The solution to this is a circular economy, where when you consume, then you're done consuming, you redistribute the item to other people so that they can consume it without needing for new items to be produced. My name is Igor, and I'm working on Karma Trade in order to end unsustainable textile practices. Karma Trade is a zero-waste B2C clothing swap service, which helps you clean out your closet and rejuvenate your wardrobe. How this works is an easy 3-step process. Step 1, you take a picture of your item, you upload it to our website, and the team gives you points. Step 2, you fill out a cart of our clothes, and you check out with the points we just gave you. Step 3, we send you the clothes, and then you send us the clothes that you took pictures of using the same box. Operating on this model from February to March, we helped save 800 items from landfills, which also saved 17,000 bathtubs of fresh water, and we hope to save many thousands more. What we're looking for is any sort of legal work, or if you know any law firms that can provide us privacy policies, operating agreements, and trademarks for anywhere less than the $10,000 that we were quoted. We're also looking for any sort of content creators or anything like that. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Igor. Next, we have Illini Box.
Hello, I'm Justin Holding, the founder of Illini Box. 70% of their plastic waste goes straight to the landfill. And as we can see in the bottom left picture, the orange on green on campus wastes lots of single-use containers, and that just goes straight to the landfill. Even though they do say that they are compostable, they don't go to the compost, they are just thrown in the garbage. 50% of all packaging, including paper and plastic, does not get recycled. Illini Box is a reusable takeout container program that can be used in universities and communities. It connects customers with restaurants or a student with the dining hall. It's got both a university and community application. So if you go to the university dining hall, we want you to be able to check out a box, get your food, and take it to go to the quad, the park, or your dorm room. We are looking for people who are passionate about sustainability with a focus on social skills, sales, marketing, and logistics. We're also looking for app and web developers to get our program growing so students are able to check out containers. If you have any questions, join me in the room after.
Thank you, Justin. Next, we have Hang.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carson Wong, and with Chris Progracki, we're working on Hang. Hang is a mobile app for in-person group spontaneous activities. So I want you to think about the last time that you planned an outing with your friends. It probably took you days or even weeks to coordinate schedules, and even then, who knows if your plans will pan out. Well, if you're hungry now, if you want to go to a bar now, why should you wait to deal with days of planning hassle just to find someone to go with? We're making an app where you can post your outing, which we're calling a Hang. Nearby users can see it and join in. And within 15 minutes, you'll be at the restaurant, at the bar, at the park, wherever it may be, and having fun. So it's a solution for finding friends to go out with, but it's also a great new way to meet people, to meet new people and make new friends through the internet. Today's young generation is supposed to be the most interconnected in history. In fact, we know that it's the most socially isolated in history. 1 in 5 Americans report being lonely. There's all this social networking out there, but we know from science that it just doesn't work. We need in-person, real-life social interaction to get the engagement and connection we need to really get to know someone. You're just not likely to meet the people who you really need and want to be meeting by scrolling through hundreds of profiles. So we're radically rethinking social networking by eliminating profiles entirely and refocusing on that real life social interaction that made social activity so enjoyable in the first place. So we're really excited about this idea. I invite anyone, everyone who is interested to stop by our breakout room, especially anyone with experience or expertise in marketing, advertising, or software engineering, especially with mobile platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Gem Power Girls. Fernie, are you?
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. Is this I don't think this is my slide.
I never got a slide, I'm sorry. So if you could just pitch without a slide.
Oh, okay. So I'm pitching Gem Power Girls. It's a learning hybrid platform for users in the K3 through 3rd grade market. The idea of Gem Power Girls is came about through watching my niece Azaria and her always having a toy in one hand, some sort of super performance vehicle, or a rocket, and a tablet in one hand, in the other. So being her uncle, I wanted to bridge these two worlds for her and create a using advanced technology, create a toy for her. So that's what I'm currently working on. The idea is to create basically a toys that are based in the STEM sciences for users in this demographic, and assistance with that. I'm looking for techies interested in helping me on my pursuit, as well as individuals with marketing background for the marketing campaign that this pursuit will take. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Fruitful.
Hi, my name is Amog. I'm the founder of Fruitful. So we at Fruitful are aiming to use artificial intelligence and data analytics to reduce food waste in commercial kitchens. So from an environmental standpoint, 1/3 of all food that's produced annually in the world is wasted. From an economical standpoint, that results in $57 billion of waste every year in the commercial businesses alone. So we're developing a mobile and web platform that collects weight and food data during food prep and prior to it being thrown out, and then provides analytics based on this data. So you can see that little demo on the slide, kind of how the mobile platform would be working. So the big opportunity that we feel we have with this is providing a service that is affordable and accessible so that commercial businesses of all sizes are able to drastically reduce their environmental footprint while also saving more money in a very thin profit margin business. So we're currently developing our MVPs, artificial intelligence models, our mobile and web platforms, both the front and back ends. So if you're interested in helping us out or know anyone that might be, join our Google Meet room afterwards or email someone on the slide. We're looking for creative software developers, mentors, and environmentally conscious entrepreneurs. So thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Next we have Equability.
Hi everyone, my name is Hillary Pham and I'm the founder of Equability. Equability is a clothing modification service that focuses on the challenging functional features such as buttons or zippers. The service would not change the design or size of the clothes at all, it would only modify the functional features of clothes. This service is meant to help people with dexterity or mobility issues, so anyone with arthritis all the way to MS. We would modify the clothes using existing technology such as Velcro, magnets, and snap buttons. Equability has two revenue streams. On the B2C side, we would charge a fixed price so that no one's disability would cost more than another person's. Customers would ship their clothes to us, we would modify them and send them right back. On the B2B side, we would charge the company a fixed price or a percentage of the apparel's price, whichever is higher. Customers would buy their clothes from the retailer, the company would send it to us, and then we would either ship it back for in-store pickup or back to the customer directly. To order modifications from Equability, customers would go on our website and choose from a standard list of options. They can choose from a drop-down menu of modification materials and specify which feature they want to change. Since our modifications are focused only on a handful of challenging functional features, the skills needed to make the changes require far less training than full tailoring and makes the modifications scalable. At this moment, I'm looking for partners with fashion industry, finance, accounting, or sewing experience. My next steps are developing better prototypes and applying for seed funding. Equability's slogan is change clothes so people don't have to. We want to modify clothes so that people with disabilities don't have to change their lifestyles or clothing styles because of their disabilities. If you're interested in Equability, or even if you just want to talk about the issue, feel free to join my Google Meet after this. Thanks.
Great, thank you, Hillary. Next, we have Eco Fashion Chicago.
Hey guys, my name is Emily Langtu and I am the founder of Eco in Chicago is the sustainable and ethical fashion event platform. Essentially, we want to reimagine the future of the fashion industry by helping companies and consumers work towards sustainability and ethics. The fashion industry is the #2 polluting industry in the world, and many women around the world are suffering in fashion jobs because they're not getting paid enough. We want to combat clothing waste and pollution by encouraging designers to redesign their clothing so that they're more sustainable And we also want to work towards helping consumers buy fair trade and ethically made products. So we collaborate with designers and influencers to carry this mission to life to Chicagoans around the city, as well as people around the nation. Our biggest events of the year are going to be the Sustainable Fashion Show, as well as the Sustainability Conference. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, these events will be virtual. Currently on the team right now, we have Marissa Brittholt, a graduate from Columbus College of Art and Design, and she is a sustainable fashion designer as well. And our next steps are to do an official launch in June. So if you're interested in getting involved, I'm looking for a social media marketing manager and an event planning manager. I would prefer if you had prior experience in your field, but if you don't, that's fine. And if you have a portfolio, I'd love to look at that as well. If you're interested, just come and talk to me or email me. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Emily. Next up is Covalence.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Peter and I'm part of a student movement called Covalence. Basically, COVID-19 isn't just healthcare problems. There are thousands of people dying. There are frontline workers risking their lives every day to treat people, but there's also a myriad of symptoms caused by COVID-19 in all of our local communities, such as small businesses struggling, homeless people struggling, pre-K education struggling, so on and so forth. So these smaller problems are problems that students are more than capable of making a difference about. But looking across the nation, there's not nearly enough student movement in tackling these issues. So Covalence, basically we're just a bunch of students who are tired of sitting around at home doing nothing while the pandemic pretty much ravages the world outside of us. So our public platform is a Facebook group. Basically, students share ideas and what they're doing to tackle COVID-19 in hopes of inspiring and giving ideas to other students to take action as well. We also are expanding into other universities to basically form student response teams, like student COVID response teams. That's pretty much what we have here at our team at UIUC. We have around 30 to 40 students right now who are tackling local problems related to COVID-19. We're not really an RSO or a startup. We're just like a community of students trying to make a difference in this pandemic. If you're a UIUC student, you're more than welcome to join our group. We're just tackling local COVID-19 problems and open sourcing all of our research and our data so our other students can do it as well. We have currently students forming similar groups in Harvard and at USC at the University of Birmingham, and so on and so forth. If you're a UChicago student, if you're also thinking about starting like a COVID response team, we're more than happy to partner with you and like share all of our resources and our knowledge with you and how to like start something like this. So yeah, reach out to me if you're interested.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, next we have abstract stock options.
Thanks, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for hosting SocialFuse even during this crazy time. My name is Ravi Shah, and I'm a sophomore at the University of Illinois, majoring in finance and information systems, along with a minor in CS. Last summer, I worked in private equity as an analyst, and now I'm looking to go into product management between business and technology. In this quarantine, I've been paying a lot of attention to macro trends, especially in the Gen Z market. This means anyone from using TikTok to using apps like Robinhood. What I've noticed is there's a strong rising popularity of gambling, especially in sports, election, even the weather. People really want to put their money where their mouth is. There's also an increasing popularity of easy-to-use fintech apps such as Robinhood, Mint, and so on. The last macro trend there is there's unlimited access to breaking news. From Twitter to the news sources, you're constantly getting push notifications of what's going on in the world. Currently, there's no way to put any size of money in a stock simply by having a position if it will go up or down in a given timeline. Let's say I want to invest in Tesla since I just saw Elon has just got a baby. It would cost around $700 a share, and otherwise options trading with puts and calls are very complicated and not many users really understand that. Instead, I want to create an app and a platform that simplifies the process by inputting only three things: the dollar amount of your bet, the stock and index you want to put in, and if you think it'll go up or down. On the back end of the app, there'll be a string of option strategies of puts and calls that are minimizing the risk by calculating strike prices and the number of contracts. We believe users in the proposed target market would love their first fortune in investing, but also get that rush of gambling, in a legal way, of course. We would also include social features to compete with friends and leagues, kind of like fantasy sports. As for next steps, we're really looking for partners in the computer science, math, stats, and the quantitative finance background that want to join and help build an MVP. Any interest in markets, finance, and quantitative trading would be preferable. And overall, we really believe this is going to be a way to democratize the options trading industry instead of just traders on Bloomberg and Wall Street to anyone with a smartphone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. Okay, with that, thank you everybody for pitching tonight. Let's give all these students a virtual round of applause. Great job, thank you. So now for the next 30 to 45 minutes or so, we will be conducting virtual networking on Google Meet. So for each person who pitched tonight, they have their own virtual meeting place through Google Meet. You can jump in and out of these spaces, so you should have time to visit with several different people tonight. Just go to this short URL here. It's go.illinois.edu/SocialFuse networking sheet. You can also find this link on the YouTube live video in the description, as well as in the comments and on the tech website. Or you can try taking a picture of this QR code right here, and it'll take you directly to the virtual networking sheet. On that sheet, you will see 16 or so, 17 different links. You can hop in and out and chat directly with the person who pitched tonight. Think of it as their own networking table or their own networking room. You can go in and out and have different conversations. So I hope you enjoy and you make some great connections tonight. Thank you again, and good luck to those who have finals this week. Also, thank you once again to our friends at the University of Chicago for partnering on this